face to face. So anyway, just want to welcome everybody. I also want to recognize and thank Bob Alingog. He's still with us. He was with us last month, and he's joining us today. And we want to thank Sir Bob. Thank you so much. Once again, just wanted to tell everybody that I was really, really inspired by Bob's story. And, I kept on sharing about it. I kept on telling people about it, all throughout this month. Anyway, welcome. And we are going to have a very special treat today. Our guest speaker, he also comes from Kawayan. I'm gonna read to you what he does today. David Almirol. He is a full-time technopreneur and a full-stack programmer by heart. He founded Multisys Technologies, and it is the leading software solutions company in the Philippines. It is considered the country's most important technology provider, with its platforms being used by, get ready for this, 2,500 companies, both from the public and private sector. So 2,500 organizations use his platforms. Earlier this year, David has been named one of the 7 The Outstanding Young Men honorees for 2020. And we're going to hear his story today. He battled homelessness, he battled bankruptcy to where he is now. And I want you to welcome with all your hearts and with all your love. Let's give him a big hand, David Almirol.
Good morning, Bo. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Truly Rich Club, and the rest of the our dito rin si Aldous, a good friend. So good morning. Thank you for introducing me to Brobo, and thank you for having me today dito sa ating Platinum Table. And I'm deeply humbled and honored to be chosen as your keynote speaker. Normally, I medyo nailang pa din ako from now on kasi parang I don't really, think like I deserve to be talking or, being a guest to anyone. But I'm really humbled and honored to be here with you guys. But before anything else, before I go with the, a little of history ng Multisys, para po sa inyong appreciation, allow me to discuss kung sino po si Multisys at ano po ang ginagawa namin at paano po ito nagsimula. So allow us po to show you a video. So please watch this video po. While Anay is fixing the video with sound, allow me to give you a little history on Multisys. Until now, we are, to be honest, we are in our learning process. Every company, especially in this pandemic, medyo nakita namin yung, now I'm seeing the clear picture why God allowed us to have Multisys. Mamaya I will discuss on why me myself is really excited to run or lead Multisys, because I know that Multisys is a purpose-driven company. I believe that God, allowed us to have Multisys because we know that we can use Multisys as a tool, not only to elevate the life of of some Filipinos, but to make sure that we'll be able to contribute also to our partners. So before that, I think Anay is already ready. Are you ready, Anay?
Laptop ni Papa.
Ito yung cellphone.
Multisys is a one-stop software company. So instead of you talking to too many integrators, you'll be able to come up with a centralized and for 8 industries now, and we would like to automate other industries as well. Currently, we have an end-to-end solution for information technology businesses, okay, ERPs. We have e-government solutions, healthcare, an end-to-end solution for utility, whether you are an electric company, a water utility company, a telco, or a cable utility company. We do also retail, hospitality, academe, and of course, the new one is the banking and finance. Here at Multisys, we empower your business. Ayan po, so that's our video sa Multisys para I don't need to explain one by one what we do para I can focus more on the history of Multisys. I think I rather speak more on the failures of Multisys rather than the success of Multisys because we learn more from the failures than from the successes ng buhay, di ba? So allow me to I was speaking to my to Athens and Ane this morning na actually Athens and Ane binigyan ako ng napakahabang babasahin na lang, pero I think parang mukhang hindi ko kaya yon. So hayaan niyo ako na speak freely from my heart para mas magkaroon po tayo ng interaction. Mukhang hindi ko kaya basahin yung ginawa ni Anay na scripted. So mas maganda siguro na I can discuss to you. Siguro unang-una baka allow me to tell you the history of Multisys. Paano ba nagsimula si Multisys? Actually noong I was an OFW, sa isa kong OFW dati. I was nagtagal ako sa Iraq. I was destined to Iraq. 4 na taon po ako nandun. Walang uwian kasi hindi ko na nakuha yung passport ko kaya wala akong way na umuwi. So literally, nandun ako ng 4 na taon. During the war, so by 2007, 2004, 5, 6, 7, that's the time ng Operations Iraqi Freedom. Yan yung talagang sadsad ng gera sa Iraq. So I was there. The reason why I accepted that offer is because nung nasa Pilipinas talaga, talagang bagsak na bagsak kami. Wala kaming talagang walang pera, walang no choice eh. Normally talaga kapag ang Pilipino pag gusto niya mangarap, automatic sa isip niya OFW agad eh. Gusto ko magtrabaho abroad. So it so happened I was illegally recruited that time. Yung palang sinamahan kong recruitment agency hindi pala legal, kaya napadpad tuloy ako sa Middle East na walang trabaho. So it so happened na may nag-recruit sa akin to go sa Iraq. There you go. So no choice, no, dahil kaysa naman umuwi ako na walang pera. But it so happened na I was applying for programmer position. Kaya lang, ang available na trabaho that time ay janitorial services. So ako ay naging janitor po ng mahigit 1 taon. So doon ko naranasan na, mahalin kung ano yung meron ka. Doon ko naranasan na masaya. Baka akala natin ang buhay janitor ay malungkot. Hindi. Actually, masaya. Kapag araw-araw mo na palang ginagawa yung isang bagay, matututunan mo ng mahalin eh. Diba? So one thing that I learned from that experience is gaano man kalaki o kaliit yung responsibility na binigay ng Diyos sa'yo, I think you have to learn to love it. You have to learn to put your best on it. In fact, I remember naging ilang beses akong naging employee of the month sa pagiging janitor. Nakakatuwa. So, doon minsan your best is not enough eh. Even you're trying to, to tell to yourself and to people na this is what I can do. But God, if is trying to teach you something, I think if God is trying to teach you something, for a bigger future, you need to experience this. So kaya nung nandun ako, wala eh. So talagang minahal ko yung trabaho ko at nagkaroon ako ng mga multiple promotions. So one thing na I learned also as a janitor ay kapag pala masipag ka talaga at pinapakita mo yung best mo, may promotions. Yung promotions, naging kahera ako. Tapos naging kargador din ako doon. Pag merong ang isang natutuwa ako na hindi ko makalimutang experience sa Iraq pag may bibili ng mga mabibigat, halimbawa bibili ng TV, bibili ng yung mga paleta na tubig or bibili ng iced tea, mga karton-karton 'yun eh. So bubuhatin ko 'yun, ihahatid ko sa sundalo, no? Hanggang sa may bahay niya or sa quarter niya. So ang exciting doon, aasahan mo na aabutan ka ng $1 o aabutan ka ng $5. Yun yung exciting doon eh. Kaya kapag nasa area ako na natutuwa ako pag nakikita ko yung mga naghahatid, di ba? Pag mag-grocery kayo, may naghahatid na mga yung paninda. I saw myself. I was like that. Ang medyo devastating doon pag ang layo-layo na nilakad mo 1 kilometro tapos hindi ka bibigyan. Alam mo yung feeling na naku, ang kuripot naman ito. Parang gano'n. So, anyway, I'm just telling you some of the experiences. I was also working in a cargo. So, nandun kami sa container. Ang isang hindi ko makalimutan sa trabaho ko sa Iraq is yung init sa yung lamig. Kapag mainit doon, talagang sobrang init. Kapag malamig naman, talagang sobrang lamig. So, talagang kakaiba yung klima. So, kapag nasa container ka, kinakailangan talaga na kasi yung container sobrang init eh. You have to bring the items and put in the store because I was working in a store that time. So ang isang pinaka work ko na mas masahol pa or let's say mas mahirap pa sa pagiging janitorial staff is yung ako yung nagkakarga ng paninda sa loob ng ref. So imagine mo galing ka sa disyerto, kukuha ka ng mga drinks doon, mga iced tea, mga tubig, or kung ano mang mga drinks doon, ipapasok mo sa ref. So imagine mo yung mula ka init, tapos ipapasok ka sa mga kakargahan mo ng merchandise, yung mga refrigerators. Doon ko naranasan yung nanginginig yung buong katawan ko. Alam mo yun, yung laging araw-araw ka na lang napasmado. Pero, those are lessons that I've learned. Was become a merchandiser. I remember na awardan ako ng twice na Employee of the Month doon kasi sobrang perfectionist ako doon sa pag-arrange ng mga paninda. So, well, to cut the story short, I discovered na kaya ko palang ipakita sa boss ko na kahit na ganito yung trabaho ko, ang ginawa ko, meron akong nakita na basag na laptop, yung screen niya ay basag. So, sabi ko sa boss ko, kasi doon sa Iraq, sinisira nila yung mga laptops eh. Kapag yung mga returns, yung mga damage, talagang winawasak nila yon, tinatapon lang sa basurahan. So, may nakita akong isang Acer laptop. Sabi ko sa boss ko, boss, pwede bang hingin ko na lang to? Basag naman ang screen eh. Gumagana pa naman siya. So, aanhin mo dyan? Wala ka namang paano mo gagamitin, sira yung screen. So ang ginawa ko naman, meron akong maliit na TV, yung parang TV, doon ko sinaksak yung laptop. There you go, nagkaroon ako ng laptop na basag ang screen na meron akong isang monitor. Doon ako nagsimulang mag-program. So that's the time na ginawa ko yung inventory system ng ng warehouse namin. Doon ko ginawa yung cargo management until sa time na na-discover nila ako na kaya ko palang gumawa ng system or programming software. So doon nagsimula yung learning process until such time na I met a lot of people, very good people. I cannot name all their names now. Coming from Britain, coming from the US, coming from India, coming from I have also a friend from Sri Lanka, from China. So nakakatuwa kasi these people aalis sila eh. So they have to teach me everything they have. So naging SpongeBob tuloy ako na naging libre yung tutorial ko. Lahat na magagaling na programmer na pumapasok sa Iraq, so they're able to mentor me. That's why I all of my skills now, all of my knowledge na natutunan ay nanggaling sa kanila. Kaya nung umuwi ako sa Pilipinas, I was able to to understand na mukhang kailangan ng Pilipinas na magkaroon ng innovation. Kasi one time pumipila ako sa isang government agency, ang haba-haba ng pila. Sobrang haba ng pila. So parang napakasimple yung proseso pag ito ay ma-automate natin. So that's the time na binild na ang nagtayo muna ako ng computer store that time. Hindi ko muna tinayo si Multisys. Lahat ng ipon ko sa Iraq, alam ni Aldous yan, nung tinayo ko ang Multimedia Cities Hawaiian, nalugi po yon. So lahat ng naipon ko, pinaghirapan as an OFW, lumubog kami. Until such time na yung bahay naming una na nabenta namin kasi kailangan naming bayaran yung mga utang. Tapos lumubog yung negosyo, nagtayo kami ng mas maliit na bahay pero dahil kailangan pa din ng pera, nabenta ulit namin. Until such time na yung pinakapangatlong bahay na maliit na naitayo ng tatay ko. Pero sabi ng tatay ko ay mas maganda pang we lose yung mga property natin kaysa na magkaroon tayo ng mga liability sa tao. So 3 beses ho na, I don't know kung maniniwala kayo, 3 beses ho kaming nagbenta ng bahay until such time na wala na ko kaming bahay. So nung wala na ako, I plan to go back abroad. Pumunta ako sa Manila. Nung nasa Manila na ako, dahil nag-a-apply ako, wala na akong perang pauwi. So ang ginagawa ko, natutulog ako kung saan-saan. I was sleeping sa kung saan man ako nandun. One time, natutulog ako sa one of a recruitment agency sa Malate. He's one of my best friend now. He owns a recruitment agency. So bakit ka natutulog sa couch ko? Sabi sa akin. Sabi ko sa kanya, I cannot go home. Wala akong pera eh. Antayin ko na lang po yung trabaho na ino-offer niyo sa akin. So sabi niya sa akin, o sige, habang natutulog ka sa couch ko, pwede bang gawin mo yung system ko? So ang unang-unang ginawa ko dito sa Metro Manila na system ay yung system ng recruitment agency na yon. So until now, we are now best friends actually, yung may-ari ng recruitment agency na yon. So nung ginawa ko yon, hindi ako natutulog, talagang tinapos ko, I put my heart in it. Talagang I thank God as I code. I always it's a gift that God gave me in my mindset. As long as I have this God-given gift, I think I will not lose hope. So nung natapos ko yung system in 2 weeks time, so sabi niya sa akin, bakit nagawa mo yung system ng 2 weeks? May programmer ako 2 taon nang ginagawa, hindi na natatapos. How come na ginawa mo ng 2 linggo? So binabayaran niya ako ng 25,000 every month. O yun, wag ka nang may pera ka na, wag ka nang matulog sa couch ko. So nag-rent ako ng boarding ng maliit na kwarto sa squatter area ng Santa Ana. So I lived there for like a year, more than a year. So I was in a squatter area. My room there is like 3 by 3 or mga 3.5 by 3.5. So hindi kasya ang bed, kaya meron akong parang couch doon. Sa gabi, i-fold ko na maging bed. Sa umaga, i-fold ko naman na maging upuan. So yun yung tirahan ko ng 1 taon. So doon ako nagko-code, doon ako nagpo-program until sa time na yung kaibigan nung kaibigan bumili ng system. Di na ako nakapag-abroad. So doon ko na sinimulan po yung Multisys. So mahaba-habang kwento po yon, Brother Bo, pero at least alam nyo kung paano nagsimula si Multisys. Hindi na ako nakapag-abroad. So sinabihan ako ng kaibigan ko, ba't ka mag-abroad kung kaya mo naman palang gumawa ng system? So nag-put up kami ng maliit na office sa Manila. So until such time na marami ng contractors na na nag-hire sa akin as mag-isa ko that time. Ako yung salesman, ako yung programmer. Ang buong Manila, naikot ko yan by foot. As in by foot, kasi wala akong sasakyan eh. So talagang ang sipag ko magbigay ng proposal. Siguro halos lahat ng company sa Manila, kabisado ko yung street dyan kasi naglalakad ako everyday, nagbibigay ng proposal eh. So I was able to close some deals until such time na na-discover ko yung isang idea. I can share this secret now to you. Na ang hirap palang magnegosyo sa Pilipinas. So every time na mag-propose ka, hindi ka pinapansin kasi hindi ka kilala eh. So ang ginawa ko, instead na makipag-partner ako or kumuha ko ng kontrata kung kani-kanino, what I did is, I look at the contractors. So in-study ko kung sino ba yung magagaling na contractor sa Pilipinas na may hawak ng project. So habang meron akong nababalitaan na sa news na mahaba yung pila, kailangan ng system ni ganito, ng system na ganyan, ginagawa ko na yung system. White wala pang kontrata. Tapos makikichismis ako, Brother Bo, no? Makikichismis ako kung sino na yung nanalo sa kontrata or makikichismis ako kung sino na yung may hawak sa kontrata. So since nagawa ko na yung system, pupunta lang ako sa contractor, papakita ko sa kanya, boss, nagawa ko na yung system mo, nagawa ko na yung solution. So kinukuha ko ngayon na contractor niya. So yun yung naging idea na, hindi ko na kinakailangan palang mag-market dito. Ang kailangan ko lang ay partnership. Kaya ang model ngayon ni Multisys is actually partnership. So ever since, ang mindset ko hindi competition, ang mindset ko ay hindi magpakitang gilas kung kani-kanino. Ang mindset ko ay makipag-partner sa mga partner na kailangan ako. Sa mga partner na may konti akong contribution, sa mga partner na nakikita nila na I can contribute somehow to them. I think joining forces to someone is a strength. So instead na you're trying to compete with everyone, you're trying to tell them that you're better than anyone. No. I think it's better na allow them to grow, allow them to be successful. And one thing I learned is the moment that they become successful, sumasabit ako sa success, Brother Bo. So instead of you becoming a giant, I think rather you let allow the giant, okay, to be your partner. And as long as you're lending your shoulders to them, and they also lend your shoulders to you, you become successful, both of you. That's why until now, nung pinutap namin ng Multisys, 2015, kasi 2010 to 2014, mag-isa pa ako eh. Sa mga 5 taon yun na mag-isa ako na ako yung nagbebenta-benta ng system sa along Manila area. 2015, that's the time na nag-hire na ako ng team ko. Ayan, bumuo ako ng Avenger Group. Avenger Group ang tawag ko sa kanila. Kasi kaya kami gumawa ng code name kasi nga we represent multiple company, Brother Bo, no? Minsan yung ID ko iba-iba eh. Kasi I have to represent kung sino yung nag-hire sa amin. So kailangan na may code name kami. So hinire ko si Captain America, yan yung si Jingo. Jingo ang pangalan. Tapos meron kaming Thor, si Nico. Kaya lang, medyo tumaba na siya. So, siya na si Fat Thor ngayon. So, tapos meron kaming Spider-Man. Tapos meron kaming Hulk. Si Hulk, talagang kamukha niya talaga si Bruce Banner, no? Na medyo nerd na So, nung binuo ko na yung team na 5 kami, talagang ang ganda ng samahan kasi we don't focus on money at all. We focus more on partnership. At nakakatuwa kami, every time na mayroon kaming successful na project, talagang naglulundagan kami, may pizza kami, yung joy of helping people and joy of helping partners, doon nagliyab yung passion sa Multisys. Until such time na, nag-hire kami ng mas maraming tao na, and then, nung 2018, PLDT saw our capability siguro, they saw our skill, so they acquired 45% of Multisys for 2.1 billion. So doon na nagsimula ngayon yung growth ni Multisys. So meron kaming financial na ngayon, and we don't even think of it actually. We don't even realize. In fact, sa mindset ko noong nag-iimbestiga ang PLDT sa technology ng Multisys, I don't even expect if itutuloy nila yung acquisition. In fact, hindi lang ang PLDT, may mga ibang big conglomerate that time na naka-receive din kami ng term sheet na gusto nilang mag-acquire sa Multisys. So nagtataka ako na bakit kaya may mga may interest na bumili sa Multisys. Ako, I don't look at the at the side na parang baka meron kaming something, hindi. So nag-focus pa rin kami sa trabaho namin, kaya nung 2018 nagulat na lang kami na naka-receive kami ng term sheet na natapos na yung investigation ni PLDT, and they want to acquire 45% of Multisys. There you go. So napakasaya, sasarap yung feeling na you don't even expect anything, but since you are focusing more on the purpose, kasi ang lagi na akong iniisip is ano ba yung purpose talaga ni Multisys. So now we have our platforms being used now by more than 2,000 companies. Currently, meron kaming 85 na technology partners na sinusuportahan in terms of technology. We also expanded gradually in Southeast Asia, at nagkaroon na rin kami ng mga malalaking partners dito sa Pilipinas, and nakakatuwa kasi now I have like more than 500 na empleyado. I have 1,500 workforce ngayon nationwide, kasama yung mga partners namin. Meron kaming nasa 400 na programmers. So ini-imagine ko kapag pinapanood ko yung mga programmers ko, medyo napapayak ako. Kasi parang nakikita ko yung sarili ko sa kanila. Samantalang dati mag-isa ko na ngayon meron akong sariling sales team, meron akong sariling accounting, may sarili akong HR. Dati ako lahat yun eh. So parang, that's why I cannot brag and I cannot tell to people that Multisys becomes successful because of me. No, I become successful is because of my partners. One thing I learned is because I surrounded myself with good people, people that trust me, people that they don't expect me to be perfect, people that can hold my hand, guide me, and accompany thick or thin. And I learned also to surround myself with good partners. Partners that don't expect you to be perfect, but partners that could hold your hand and, unselfishly tell their experiences to you and tell their, success and failures. And I learned from them. I think doon nagsimula yung success story ni Multisys is because of these people, very good people that, hold my hand. And because of these good partners that also hold my hand, that's why we reached the state ng Multisys ngayon. Multisys is not yet a perfect company. Marami kaming struggles, marami kaming mga problema, marami kaming project na dapat tapusin, marami kaming mga struggles sa empleyado, struggles. And for me, I love that. You know why? Because if there's no struggle anymore in your life, there will be no improvements. And every day we learn to improve ourselves. Every day we learn to scale ourselves in a very quick way. Kaya pag may problema kami, napapa-smile ako eh. So sometimes I am asking God, Lord, I think there is another surprise that you're preparing for Multisys. Sometimes, struggles is actually a surprise for blessings. Sometimes struggles is actually a surprise for something more vital than the current situation. So I think Multisys will fly more because not of David Almirol, not of me anymore, because of good partners that I have. I also saw my the success also of my people. That's why we focus on people. Nakita ko sila. If you visit our facility now sa Parañaque, we have 7 offices in Metro Manila. We have 1 in BGC. We have 2 in Ortigas. We have 1 in Quezon City, and 2 in Manila, and 1 in Parañaque. So sa Parañaque, nung nagsimula kami, maliit na compound yon. And until sa stand na lumaki ng lumaki, that's why we have a 1.5 hectare compound now in Parañaque. We're able to build our own building there, and nakakatuwa kasi we have a huge parking lot. Pag dumating lahat ng empleyado doon, puno 'yon. And nakikita ko yung growth ng mga employee namin na may sasakyan na sila, may bahay na. One time nga, hindi ko makakalimutan na one of my staff, I was in my office, may bigla-bigla na lang na yumakap sa akin na na empleyado ko, one of my programmer, no. So tapos sabi niya, I live in squatter before, sabi niya, no. Sabi niya, nagtataka ba't niya ako niyayakap? So umiiyak siya, talagang kalalaking tao, so umiiyak. Sabi niya, sir, may bahay na ako. Sabi niya. So for my whole life, sabi niya, I live in squatter. We don't have house, we don't have but now because of Multisys, I was able to to buy the buy the land and the house. And nakikita ko yung success. And now I started dreaming for them. And that's why nung binild ko ang campus ng Multisys, we focus on people. We focus on culture. Importante kasi yung they are working hard because they love what they do. Hindi yung they're working hard because you ask them to do it. And I learned that spontaneous yun eh. If they are inspired, if they love the company, if they think that the company is actually thinking of them, and if they think that the company is taking care of them, you don't need to act that much eh. Talagang yung improvement, everyone is joining forces together, everyone is carrying a burden, everyone is trying to help each other, and it's a good feeling na naging ganun ang Multisys. That's why habang lumalaki si Multisys, I'm really worried kasi minsan we have to enter in a very corporate world, which is you have to organize it in a more structured way, and it might affect the agility and of the company. But there you go. So I think kulang ang oras natin, Brother Bo, if magkukwentuhan tayo. Pero again, I'm really thankful that you invited me to become, your speaker. But well, I told you some of the pieces of the story. At I think as we are partners here. And as I meet good people, I'm very excited because I know that something is something relevant, something impactful, something is really exciting, because as long as we focus on helping people, as long as we focus on the purpose, I know that God has a purpose to me. I know that God has purpose also to Multisys. As long as we stick on that purpose, I think I will not worry. I will stick on that purpose. If we focus on that purpose, I think we'll be okay. At allow me to end, Brother Bo, my favorite Bible verse before I end my simple storytelling today. The Proverbs 22, verse 4, ang sabi doon, the reward of humility and fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. The reward of humility and fear of the Lord are riches, honor, and life. Yun lang po, Brother Bo, and maraming salamat po sa pagbigay niyo ng chance sa akin to introduce and explain Multisys. Maraming salamat.
Amazing. That is so good. I love it. Your life is no words to describe it. It's incredible. I just kept on writing, some thoughts that came to my mind and some learnings. And just want to repeat some of the things you shared. When you were talking about being a janitor in Iraq, and then you did all these odd jobs from delivery and so on, and then you went through, when you put up you got all your life savings from Iraq, and then you put it in a store in Kawayan and ended up bankrupt. You had to sell your house 3 times. You went through homelessness. You lived in the slums for 1 year. I mean, all of that, I think, when I think about hardship, it's something that we don't like and we avoid, but I think it shaped who you are. Amazing your character, you were talking about humility. You ended with that verse of humility, and I really love it how you made that decision.
Available mic lang.
So maybe a question that I have, and because it's, you were talking about being alone for 5 years, even already with Multisys, you were working almost alone for 5 years. And then after that, you got your Avengers team. And then after that, you're now, of course, with 400 programmers and 1,500 people, if you include the partners all over the country. And when by the way, before I ask my question, you were talking about culture. You were saying that culture is so important. And yung panahon na Avengers pa lang kayo, tapos when you win a deal or when you're able to help a client, you celebrate over pizza and all of that. So I just love that. And I always tell people that if you want to build culture, you have to be the culture. And so David, because of all your hardships, all these past years, it really shaped your heart, you know, humility, willing to work with other people, being teachable, being kind, being selfless. There's another character I want to bring out, which is you were saying that, you know, today, you know, Multisys has problems, has struggles, but you equated struggle with surprise. And I love that. I really love that. It's amazing. It's something that Bob shared last month, you know, because one of us, one of the Platinum members, I think it was Maan, who asked Bob, Sir Bob, you know, parang napaka-peaceful kayo habang nag-share. You're very peaceful. And what's your secret? And then Bob said, I really love it. Bob said, I get stressed when I am not stressed, you know, and that whoa, that's amazing. And that's an entrepreneur talaga. I really believe that's an entrepreneur. Pag hindi ka entrepreneur, pag may problema, you know, you get rattled and then ayaw ko na to, but an entrepreneur mindset, pag may problema, you know, you begin to say, yes, I can fix this. And I see that in you, David. That's so beautiful. That's wonderful. Wow. All right, David, I have a few questions. After I ask questions, we'll open the floor to everybody. So please, friends, if you have any questions, you please write them down, because it will get our opportunity. This doesn't come every day, you know, to be able to ask somebody like David. The question could be something about his life. It could also be about business. It could also be about technology. Whatever question you have. My question is this, David? Were there times in your life na kasi hirap, you were saying hirap, you know, from bankruptcy to going to the Middle East, and you were recruited by an illegal recruiter to living in the slums. I mean, all of that. Were there times that you almost gave up? You almost said parang, wow, talagang hindi ako para dito, or whatever. I don't know. Was there a time, and then how did you overcome?
Well, we are Filipinos, Brother Bo. You know, sometimes I gave up many times, actually. But one thing that, the attribute that we have as Filipinos, we gave up, pero mamaya, there you go, nandun na naman tayo. You know? Parang ayaw ko na, pero mamaya nandiyan ka na naman. Ano? The resilience is there, eh. Because, you know, you cannot just give up. Because you have to think of your family, and you have to think of something na I think there's always hope out there. And that time, that's the time that I learned not to defend in my own capability anymore. Eh. And you have to let it go. You have to surrender yourself that, Lord, there you go. So now I'm nothing. So now you show me, you know, what you want me to do. You show me, you lead the way. You know, sometimes you stop doing your thing. You just need to ask God what He wanted, you know, to do. Because sometimes we are experiencing troubles and problems, or you know, as failures in life. It's not because we are failing. It's because we are in the wrong direction. So ako nag-give up naman ako paminsan-minsan. Actually, maraming beses pala. Pero hanggang ganun lang eh, hanggang isip lang eh, hanggang salita lang eh. Pero pag na-realize mo na wait a minute, why I have to give up, 'di ba? If that's why, you know, I learned to pray, I learned to my relationship with God become more closer that time. That's why until now, minsan pala you know, you need to learn to defend on someone that, you know, on someone that thinks, or someone that believes that you know, no matter how low you are, no matter how you know, as long as you have that faith. I think faith made me realize that I can survive even in that situation that time.
David, was there anyone that you looked up to? Was there a mentor? Was there either kinakausap mo lagi, or hindi naman masyado mong kinakausap palagi, baka from afar lang, parang this guy inspires you, or both? Baka meron kang parang idol na, you know, kinakapitan mo na kung kaya niya yan, kaya ko rin. And then maybe someone more personal, somebody that you would consult, you know, you pag may something, sometimes you're confused, then you would ask this particular person. Meron ba? Meron, may ganun?
I have a lot. When I was a kid, you know, kasi my parents, they were OFWs as well. So I have to rely on a lot of people. So ang daming tao na nagsasabi sa akin na, you know, yung konting haplos sa'yo na kaya mo yan, it's actually like an ignition of hope. When people tap your back, that ano ka ba, kaya mo yan. You know, as long as you trust in the Lord and, you know, and then and follow the leading, I think kaya mo yan. Maraming tao nagagano sa akin. Pero, you know, I always, kasi ako, even in the Bible, you know, most of the people that God used are actually weak people. You know, Moses is not even a good talker, but he was used. Diba? David was the youngest, but he was used. That's why I always believe that it's not about, you know, about the physical strength or the physical intellect that you have now. It's because of the purpose. As long as you focus on that, I think you can hit somewhere.
Galing. David, totoo ba yung balita na in your offices, libre ang pagkain, may massage, minsan may beauty? Tama ba?
Yes. So yeah, we have our own compound now. So we call it the Smart Community. Some people call it the Avengers Compound or Avengers Building. If you visit the facility, even before the pandemic, talagang libre lahat, no? Libre ang pagkain, breakfast, lunch, dinner, libre 'yon sa lahat ng empleyado. Libre din ang tirahan nila. They have, I think, 40 rooms na pwede lang tirhan. They have their own dormitory. They can sleep there. They have their own barbecue area. They have their own massage area. They have their parlor. Meron silang pedicure, manicure doon. Meron silang sports center. They have their own basketball court. They have their own garden. They can raise their own livestock if they want. They can also plant their own vegetable if they want. So that's the place that I want them to have, because I want Multisys to be not a workplace but a playground to them.
Woo! Wonderful. Which brings me to a silly question. But it is important. You're a fan of Marvel. You're a fan of Marvel superheroes, and you know, it's pretty obvious in your office. You've got. Where does that come from?
Well, when I assemble my Avenger team, even the 5 team, even Iron Man is not perfect. You know, even Thor is not perfect. Even Superman, even all the you know, the childish you know, heroes out there, they are not all perfect. They all have weaknesses. But one thing I learned is the moment that these superheroes with so many weaknesses join forces together, they will become perfect. You know, there's no such thing as hero for all. There should be collaboration. There should be teamwork. And I think ganun yung kultura ni Multisys. Now, all of us, we have our own strengths. All of us, we have our own weaknesses. But the moment that we focus more on strength than the weaknesses, kaya sa Multisys, we always focus on the bright side. You know, wala kaming perfect na empleyado, but we always smile every time that we think on the strength, because their strength is the most important, you know, contribution to the company, not their weaknesses. That's why superheroes are not perfect, but the moment that they join forces together, pag hindi sila nag-aaway-away, sila nagtutulungan, sila ay nandun yung understanding, nandun yung pagmamahalan, nandun yung unity, nandun yung teamwork, they will become a perfect team. That's why we have a lot of superheroes in Multisys.
I have so many other questions to ask, but I want to give the floor to everybody here. By the way, Bob is in the house, and Bob Alingog, are you here? Can we bring you to the front and just to say hi to you? How are you, Bob?
Hi, Paul. Hi, Kabayan. This is my townmate. We live maybe 2 kilometers from each other. There is
Wonderful,
something
wonderful.
in the Kawayan soil that makes handsome entrepreneur.
Brother Bo and Sir Bob, don't you know that my first business is actually beside the big building of Alingog in Kawayan. And every time I walk there, I always look up at your building na someday I will have like this. Because, and as I dream to have that kind of building that you have in Kawayan City, that's the time naman na na-bankrupt yung negosyo ko doon. But I did not stop dreaming, you know? Kaya nga nung na-meet ko si Aldous, mukhang hindi alam nila Aldous that I really look up their family as one of my, you know, my aspiration of success. So because you are really well known in Kawayan, and I see you very very quiet, you know, hindi alam mo yon, kasi iba yung tahimik pero nandyan, 'di ba? Kaysa yung maingay, pero you know, I think I admire the family of Alingog, especially in Kawayan nung nandun ako. At least aware ka na ngayon, Sir Bob.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you stick around later, Bob. You know, if some people might want to ask you questions later in small groups, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna ask some questions now from our friends, and if I have some of the questions are here in the chat already. And let me read some of them. And then if you want to open your microphone, feel free to do that. Leah, maybe try to watch if there's anybody who is raising their hands. Okay. So some of the questions in the chat are, what were the intentional tasks or activities to strengthen the culture of Multisys? Would there be certain things that you do, David?
We're very creative. There's no such thing as like a book-based culture, but we learn a lot of kasi iba-iba yung mindset, iba-iba yung pinanggalingan ng mga empleyado. There's such thing as pare-parehas yung kanang habit. May mga empleyadong bugnutin, mga empleyadong parang pako na kailangan pukpukin before na gumawa. May mga empleyado naman na napaka-independent, may mga empleyado naman na that's why I consider Multisys not actually a company. I always tell my people that Multisys is a family. So that's the culture that I want to, I always put in their mindset. Because if Multisys is a family, you will protect it. You will love it. You will feel, the ownership, let's call it para bang kasama ka eh. You are belong. I think the moment ganun yung kultura, walang ilangan, walang pag mahina ka, sasabihin mo, I need help. Hindi yung you're pretending that you can do it. Pag magaling ka, you are there, I can help also. I think yung transparency, yung honesty ng isang pamilya ay napaka-importante. And Multisys culture is like that. That's why ang ginawa namin, every time that we talk to our staff, we always tell them that, hey, we don't expect you to be perfect. But we expect you to learn. We expect you to tell your burdens so that everyone will know, so that we can join forces with you. And if you have something, kaya minsan pag mayroon kayong mga programmer na nakaka-discover ng matindi, excited yan, sinishare niya agad-agad. I think this kind of mindset is the culture that made somehow Multisys not unique, but those are the intentional tasks and activities that we're doing to strengthen the culture of Multisys.
Galing. So good. Thata Chavez asks, truly boasting of your weaknesses and struggles glorifies God and blessed the work of your hands, Sir David. That's so true. Ang galing. What do you consider in terms of values in hiring your people? Nice question. So you're going to hire people. Are you looking for specific qualities?
People, staff will come and go. Karamihan yan. And, that's why karamihang nag-i-stay sa Multisys are the people that bears the same passion and the same purpose. So, most of our people na nandito sa amin, since day one, nandito pa rin sila. Because they know that purpose eh. And every time that we hire people, ngayon kasi dati ako yung mismong nagre-recruit, di ba? Now I have my own HR. So I always tell my HR na you have to make sure that you focus on the value, not on how good they are. Because people are, you know, they can learn eh. They can learn. Hindi mo kailangan maghanap ng super perfect na empleyado. Karamihang mga ganon, yung super perfect, and they apply to Multisys. Normally, may konting yabang, may konting, alam mo yan, medyo mataas na yung tingin sa sarili. Pero natutuwa ako sa mga staff or sa mga nag-a-apply na sasabihin nila, sir, I want to join your company because I want to learn. Those are the people that we're looking. Because learning is an ignition of the strength of the company. Because if people stop learning, there will be no growth eh. That's why kami ang basis lagi namin sa recruitment namin are the people who are, you know, meron silang passion of learning.
Wonderful, wonderful. Santi is asking also about culture. And in tanong niya, Brother David, how do you maintain the culture of your company while expanding, especially in the first or early stages of expansion? You were mentioning about that, like you were all alone, doing everything, and then all of a then you had your 5, and then after that, like now you've got 400 programmers alone, you know, not counting the other employees. I think you mentioned that in your sharing a while ago that ngayon parang, you know, how nagiging corporate and all of that. How do you maintain the culture of the company while expanding?
Be honest, it's not easy. Even me, until now, I'm learning also. No? Kasi growth is also, you know, it's also a painful struggle of the company. Eh. Parang bata yan na pag lumalaki ng damit, mapupunit yan. Eh. You have to change clothes, right? So, pero kami, in my experience, how to maintain that culture is you have to trust your people. You have to trust your people. Hindi pwedeng micromanagement. You don't expect them to be perfect, but you have to tell them that this is the culture of Multisys, and you have to implement it in a very micro way. Kaya ngayon, we have like 7 division. So I believe that I have 7 division heads that bears the same passion as mine. So sila na yung bahalang nagme-maintain ng kultura ng bawat division. Because me myself, I cannot do it alone eh. Hindi ko na kaya yung centralized na kung paano mo i-manage. Especially ngayon at pandemic, and most of our people, maybe 90% of them, they're working from home. So mahirap. So hopefully magkabalikan na, you know, kasi nakakamiss na rin yung saya at yung mga gathering namin sa headquarter. So I think that culture of delegation is very important. To maintain the culture, we have to delegate to people that bears the same passion as you. Hindi man perfecto, but somehow, you know, there's that glimpse of culture retention mindset.
I love what you said. You know, trust is very important. You know, when you trust your people, that's a game changer right there. And I think that's the reason why you're able to grow in this way. That's wonderful, David. I do have a question on, you know, when you have this, when PLDT came and got 45% of your company. Number one, was that something that you were working for, or it just fell on your lap and you took it? I'm just wondering, you know, like is that something? Was that a goal from the very beginning, or you know, no, I'll just keep on serving, I'll just keep on building my company?
Actually, no way. We didn't expect the fast growth of Multisys, Brother Bo. Kaya nga you know, God works in mysterious ways actually. As long as yun nga, yung until now nga, you know, some investors are also talking to us, and nakita ko na why they're interested with Multisys. Kaya kami, yung nangyari na investment ng PLDT, it's actually God-given partnership. It's a God-given partnership. Because I prayed very simple, when I was praying to God, I prayed that I just want a very simple life, you know. I don't pray for like, you know, fame, or I don't pray about about being so successful and with no. Kasi I've been to the lowest ground already eh. Sometimes if you're in the ground, tumaas ka lang ng 1 foot, masaya ka na, that yung maliit na saya na may konting success, nagsa-celebrate na kami eh. How much more with that blessing that God bestowed to us. So it's really a God-given partnership. We did not expect it, to be honest.
That's wonderful. Edward would always tell me that there are people who get a big partner or they enter the stock market to cash in. It's like, okay, it's my exit plan. But for you, it was not like that. The big partner came, and what you did was, okay, I'm going to expand, I'm going to grow, and I'm going to serve more people. So that's the real entrepreneur. So wonderful. Thank you, David. Thank you so much. David, it's been amazing. Your story, I'll keep on reviewing and refreshing the details of your story in my mind in the next few weeks, because it was truly, truly inspiring. You blessed us again today. Maraming salamat.